Right, forward to the lead guy.
Is the bayonet sliding off? Got it?
Yeah, I guess it's good. Back, grab his rifle. Grab his rifle, load the can.
It's locked up on there. It's too wide. I got you.
Up on the ground.
You might have fixed it. It ain't broke, don't fix it. It's not dead. Yeah. It doesn't happen. It makes it look weird to have it happen.
That's the hard stuff how I just watch. It's easier maybe to see how it's done. Okay, stack part. Hand it up to me. Right in there.
Yeah.
Swing it out. Far enough to save space. Later will come in.
What's going on over there,
It says take and it back to him. You get down here like this. Arms. Say arms and so break. Okay. Should be turned right. Yes. Back down. Step out. Step out of line. Down low. Grab his.
Middle one through. Painful.
Very good.
I'm good, man. The sickness is left my body.
Take it back, take. I'm holding Sean. We can make
Right?
Right?
Hey! You step up. Shit, I screwed. Front. My bad. I screwed it. Front.
Come on, lift it up.
My bad. I screwed that one up. Attention battalion. By the right of companies to the front. Battalion. Right? Face. Right to the 45. Come on, guys. That's got to be automatic. First sergeant, you turn too. There you go. We good? March!
I didn't know it was a bomber pilot.
I had no idea. He was big. I mean,
In Texas, you should not be behind them. Okay, we're through the guns. The command is forward in the line. Each company will go company in the line. Forward into line. March! Right shoulder there.
You guys got a car trying to get through too.
Good.
working with some of these Italian drills, we get bugs work down here. Stick with one thing, try to keep it.
First section.
Yeah. Yeah.
Second section. Third section.
Start with section.
didn't reset it. Didn't settle for nobody.
My mom and dad, that's what it, like, if it was for me.
You're going to be infiltrated all around you.
Thank you, Admiral.
You got anybody else coming, Bill?
Yeah, coming right there. I'm about to pass on. Got it. I didn't want you to put it on.
Attention! Battalion! Company! Shoulder! Shoulder! Arms! In two ranks! In two ranks! Left! Left! Face! Forward! March! Battalion! Halt!
Yeah, they got it.
Moving it up. Press left. Front! Battalion, center! Center! Rest! Front! Guides, post. Order. Arm. Down.
Bill. Bill. We need the color company between the two battalions.
Okay. Not moving in the air.
Color company right there, and this is first battalion, second battalion. Well, we've got a color company per battalion.
Yeah.
I thought that was these guys right here. First thing.
That's first battalion, that's mine.
Oh, okay, so we got another color company?
Yeah. No, that's it. If you want,
We
if you
got
put
one
it,
first thing, one second.
you want one just with
Well, the 24th Virginia is supposed to be the brigade color company.
Okay.
Because they're the hunter company for this year.
Okay.
And they were supposed to be between the two battalions.
Okay.
Oh,
All right. I want to put a break because now my okay.
maybe it was just for the parade.
Yeah. Well, the only thing the reason I'm saying that is because that's going to lead the color company as my flank.
Well, then,
That's simple.
on the 22nd, okay, never requested.
Yeah, for the first parade year. I do that.
Alright.
We have everybody in line.
Yes, sir. Sir. Chris. Front. Guys, post. Three steps forward. March. Prepare to open right. To the rear. Open order. Rear. Open order. March. Inspection. Arm.
First battalion officer.
Battalion officer. First battalion officer.
Shift down one company. Inspect. When you're done inspecting, report back to me, please, with the number of muskets. That's all we need to know.
Shifted left or right?
Whoever was last company. will
Last
come up
company
here.
inspects first company.
Last company will inspect first company.
Make sure everybody's got water.
Six. You did which one? Color company? Six. Same. We're together now. So you're going out with the 21st, right?
Yes. Did we make the color company prime?
Yes.
Color company front.
All right. Color company front.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm. There was another woman who sent a honeycomb wrapped in a shirt she had sewn for her husband, and of course, all of the honey and all of the gooey goodness came out into the shirt, so he had to soak his shirt.
No, please, please. I'm listening.
But that's about what we've been doing. There is some sewing that's been going on too, mending. So sometimes soldiers would send back socks or things that needed mending if they couldn't do it on their own.
But I thought men carried their wives in their pockets.
They had a housewife.
A housewife.
Some men just, no matter how much they try, cannot manage to darn a sock. So,
Walmart is nearby to reenactments.
we all do too. Yeah.
And I heard you telling the ladies that you also do 1940.
I do 1940s and I do 1740s, and I have a variety of years. I time travel.
So I see, yes. 1940, so pre-World War II.
During World War II. Yeah, so we do 1930s into the 1940s, but what demonstrations we normally do, because we do this also outside of public presentation, I actually farm a friend's farm in 1940s clothing, and we do it using period equipment to get that experience so that we can talk about it and teach about it. But for events, we go out there and we do small things like demonstrate processing corn, grind corn, take it off the cob, do those different things. All for people to know these small processes that go into it. And
No, I was just going to ask, is this, and I live in Waynesboro, so an hour and a half is nothing.
That's not bad.
So where you guys do the World War II and...
There's a few events a year now. One has been canceled, but that one wasn't open to the public.
Oh.
But so that one would have been a good one to suggest. But there's one in Ohio, a very large one in Ohio. There's one in Gettysburg that's every September at the Eisenhower Farm.
Okay.
And that's where we did our first public agricultural display. So we got out there and we demonstrated the corn processing, did a live stream video for the Park Service, that sort of thing. So, and it was very well received because you don't see agricultural displays often.
Of course.
But that's one that is the easiest access. It's public access, so people can go to it and park on site and visit. But there is an entrance fee because it's part of this Park Service. It's technically a private residence, but it's operated by the National Park. So it's Eisenhower's house as he left it, and you can have a tour of that once you pay the admissions fee, and you can talk to all of the vendors, people who have come to set up their displays, military, civilian. There's tanks on the property. There's all of that, and that's it's called Eisenhower.
Know that the Baltimore mayor and his staff were thrown in jail for burning down the bridge, so the Union volunteers couldn't get across.
There were rebellions in Baltimore because they didn't want to be occupied by the federal troops. Yep. A lot of women were in prison too for being outspoken against occupation. So, yep. So that's where a lot of women were also in prison for wearing. Sometimes you'll see the ribbons that they're wearing. Those are cockades. They signify what your allegiances essentially were, and what what you were looking forward to happen. And women, that was outlawed after a while because it was a defiant act. And so some women who were breaking the law were in prison for a short time.
I don't like Lincoln.
For breaking the law, were in prison for a short time.
I don't like Lincoln.
Yeah, I go back and forth on him, but I wrote a senior paper on him and I did all that stuff, so I'm on the fence. He's one of those people you either love him or hate him, or you just confused as all hell. So he's an enigma even to today.
Some of the guys that with Longstreet, they refused to go to Appomattox.
Well, a lot of groups, a lot of individual armies, like some of the smaller armies, because there was more than one army, people often forget, they refused to surrender. Some individual generals just continued to fight for months after, even though the war was over and all around them, they were being told to cease and desist, and they refused.
Yeah, but Lee was a gentleman. He said he was not going to do
He wasn't going to
guerrilla.
sacrifice his men.
He was not going to do guerrilla warfare.
No.
Yeah.
And Yeah, it was time for
Yeah, right there, where Jerry and
Okay.
Hey!
just walk in how y'all doing today.